Right, so we're off to do some junctions then. Is
Yep, that is the plan, yeah.
Yeah, alright, nice. That's good. So I'm going to drive you somewhere a bit closer today, get a bit more driving time in.
Cool.
And see where we get to the end. Where would you like to be by the end of today's session? If you could say,
if I could,
based on last lesson.
Yeah, if I could, I'd say if I could go through the lesson without stalling, it would be nice. But if I could be able to like have got like the whole peep and creep and just be able to do junctions and merge left and a merge right, like reasonably comfortably. Obviously not to like mastery, but just if I can do it without like forgetting to brake and rolling up to a junction, be able to just complete them successfully would be a nice. Yeah, with minimal sort of input, I suppose. Yeah. And minimal mistakes. Yeah. Any ideas how you're going to achieve that? Because you said not to stall. So what's key with that today? Right. So what we've got to. Yeah, we've got to make sure we push the clutch down and then gradually brake as we come up, and then brake and then not brake too hard so we stop. Just brake a little bit and then roll towards the end of the. Yeah. That's it. I was too busy focusing on sort of like the clutch, and then I just braked too hard because I wasn't rolling properly.
Okay. Yeah. So you're stopping shy of the giveaway lines, is that?
Yeah. Stopping about 4 feet shy, and then stopping rather than just a gradual roll, meaning I have to completely reset the car. Yeah.
And so in terms of, so that's your braking, your clutch.
Yeah.
You might not need to edge as much if you can get to the line, eh? In terms of moving off and not stalling out of the junction, or even edging and not stalling, what must you be doing with your right foot? In a petrol car particularly. What does your right foot do?
Cover brake, cover accelerator.
Yeah, so in terms of edging forwards or moving forwards in any sense, what must you set then with your right foot?
Set the gas.
Set the gas. Yeah. So that's really important today.
Yeah, being able to set the gas without looking at the revs, I think. I have a tendency of just looking at the 1,200 rather than.
Which is not where your eyes need to be, really, is it?
You need to be looking left and right and see where the car's coming.
Exactly. And was it you that said to me last week? You said something. I think it was you. Maybe, perhaps not. But
could have been. Yeah.
Once you start moving your eyes or your head at junctions, it starts telling your feet what to do. Was that you that said that?
Could have been. Yeah.
Because a lot of people get to jump and they don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
And it's purely because they're either looking at the feet or they're looking at this.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
So if your head's moving at the junction, you'll know when to steer, you'll know what's coming, you'll know whether to go, whether to slow, or whether to stop, for example. And how's your steering getting on these days then?
Yeah, that came along quite a long way last week, because I was having a bit of, I was still gripping, well, I was gripping,
like this?
Yeah. And then it's sort of the mindset of like, you get told so much drilled in that it's got to be 10 to 2, and I'm thinking you steer with 10 to, when in all reality...
You'd only do this, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's all you'd do.
That's effectively what I was doing, and then you'd lock...
What do I do now?
You'd lock out, that's exactly what was happening, whereas when you see, like, I can understand why people get into the habit of barely driving with more than two, with both hands on the wheel, because you could, for the most part, do it with one hand, but that's what you see quite a lot of drivers end up doing. Not necessarily the correct way of doing it, but you see them doing it out of just laziness.
Yeah.
And you can probably get away with it. But so that, it was getting out of doing that.
Yeah. It's a bit looser, aren't you? Moving your hands around the wheel a bit more.
Yeah.
Of course, I watched the footage back because we recorded the last lesson, didn't we? So
yeah, we did. Yeah.
Had a chance to watch any of it yet? Or?
No, I haven't. No.
You don't have to watch any of it, really. It's there for you though, if you want.
Yeah, but it would be. Yeah, I agree. It would be very useful to do so.
Life's a bit too busy, isn't it? Really, for everything. Yeah. It's just. There's too much going on, isn't there? Really.
It always is. Yeah. I think I just need to commit like a couple of hours to sit down and go through it and be like, okay, that's wrong. Remember that.
I'm just going to drive us somewhere where we can do a little loop.
Yeah.
Left and right turns.
Yeah.
I was going to say. Oh, about today's conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Have you driven before in the rain?
No, I haven't.
And what's that going to do to our stopping distance, do you think?
It'll increase the stop. Well, as in you'll brake and then you'll slide a bit further because it's wet conditions. So whether you call that you would want the brake from further away to adjust for the fact there's water on the ground.
Brilliant, because your brake's might work as efficiently because everything's wet.
Yeah.
So what would you do between the distance of you and another vehicle?
Queued up that as well.
Yeah. Have you done any studying yet with your theory role at all? No. So on a dry day, separation distance between us and the vehicle on a dry day would be a 2-second time gap.
Okay, yeah.
And on a wet day, it would be a 4. So
yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
You double it. Do you know? You probably don't know this if you've not started studying yet, but you'd use a fixed point to count. So if there's a car in front of me, it was just passing that second lamppost.
Yep.
I would count by the time it passes. I would count how long it takes me to get to the same fixed point.
Yeah. Okay, and that's how you gauge it.
Yeah. We're not going to be doing, and that only really comes into force at like 40 mile an hour and above.
Mm.
But it's still important to think about distances. Yeah. We're nearly there now. Have you used windscreen wipers before? No, you wouldn't have done them.
No.
Have we talked about them?
Not how, which?
Just on the right stick here. So all your lights and everything there, fog lights, headlights, dipped, parking lights.
Yeah.
And all your wipers are on here. So you just reach with your fingers again with it. If you do it with your arm, you'll put it on too fast or turn it off. So there's 3 settings. And then twist the end and you turn the rear wiper on. Right, I just have a quick scoot round myself just so you're familiar. Yeah. I've used this loads of times around here, but what I don't want to do is send you around somewhere that's not right for you yet. Yeah. By the end of towards the end of the session, we'll see how it's going. You're going to get a lot more driving and junctions done here. We'll see how it's going, and we'll consider whether to add in some roundabouts. You see the type of roundabouts I've been using around here?
Yeah, the sort of mini ones.
Yeah, they're not really busy, loads of traffic coming, but they could be useful just to get you started. But there's no pressure, and we'll see how it goes first. Yeah. So we'll be sort of turning left here, following it round. I know that's a loop, and then we can turn left into this one. Yeah, so that's pretty good. That should be good. So we'll start from here. Let's swap round then. I'm going to turn everything off.
Yep.
Because I want you to set it up, yeah, so that you know how to. Cool. Okay. Right, so if you want to set yourself up in the normal way. A little bit stretchy. Yeah. Give your feet a rub on the mat as well if they're a bit squeaky or a bit slidey.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You up to anything the weekend?
Not too much. Well, see friend's birthday party, and then, well, I mean, we're going out in Nottingham and having a few drinks on Saturday.
Oh, this weekend coming?
Yeah, this weekend. Other than that,
just need the electrics on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, keys are just there. I always take them out with me on us, most of the time.
It's one notch, isn't it, for the electrics?
Yes.
Yeah. That's fine.
Probably move it up a notch. Just because you can see the bit that sticks out and the bit that curves in. The bit that sticks out most, have that where it meets, you know, the middle of your head that sticks out.
Yeah.
So it's that bit close to your head. It's not much in it, but I do want to tell you the best way of doing stuff, ideally. Yeah. Okay. I'm going quicker and quicker at that. Your arms right there, yeah. The C dials. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you put auto on, that's fine. We might need to make human intervention at some point with that. We'll see.
Cool.
We need lights on as well today. You used those before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So what type of lights have you got on there?
Parking lights.
You've got dipped on there because it's 2 green lights. Okay. Yeah. Dipped headlights are driving lights. Parking lights are just for parking. So,
okay. Cool.
Yeah. And parking lights are quite dim, so not really good enough for driving, really. Do you remember what we said about parking lights when you'd use them? Obviously, I know when parking. But,
yeah.
But in terms of stipulations and theory tests and all that sort of stuff, do you remember what we said?
When it's slightly duller conditions, so that it can reflect off things like water, and as you're going around the corners, it will reflect off anything slightly reflective and gives oncoming drivers a bit of a heads up before you get there. Yeah,
that's exactly. So that's what we've got on now, which is your dipped. So that's for your driving. Parking lights though, which is just one click, look. So just one green light on there.
Yeah.
You would leave parking lights on if you're forced to park on a road that's 40 mile an hour or more and there's no street lights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember saying that.
Yeah, just to refresh your memory, it shouldn't drain the battery. But
yeah.
Just bear in mind how old the car is, I suppose.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're ready, aren't we, to do some junctions, I think.
Yeah.
We'll be turning left and right. Have we crossed the path of oncoming vehicles yet? You know, as if, for example, if we turn right into a road like that,
yep.
Have we done that where there's potentially an oncoming car and we've turned in front of it? Not literally in front of it, but...
We've done one right-hand turn before. I don't think we've ever done it with an oncoming traffic before, but yeah, it potentially could have happened, yeah.
Okay, did I brief you on that? I don't know, we turn right at the end of the road. Did I brief you on turning into a right turn like that?
Probably did, but I can't say, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure, really.
Yeah.
Basically, we're crossing a line of traffic potentially if there's something oncoming, so we're not going to turn if we feel that by turning we cause that oncoming car to change speed or direction.
Yeah.
If we need to give way, or be ready to give way, be covering your brake and clutch on the approach. What gear would you approach in though before you maybe perhaps brake more and put clutch down? What gear would you approach to turn into a junction?
First.
Would be second.
Would be second, okay.
Only first if you stop, because remember how slow first is? It's like 5 mile an hour with a clutch up, something like that, without gas on. Second mile an hour is what we normally turn into a junction because it's open. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, because you've got open and closed junctions.
That's right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the road, at the very end, look, we'll probably be using...
It's an open junction, yeah.
Well, it looks open to the left because of the green field, but to the right...
Yeah, to the right you can't see anything.
So we're going to be slowing down to look properly. It's probably going to be first gear.
Yeah.
Second on the approach into there, because we'll see over that wide pavement before we even turn in. So just make sure you're looking forward right, forwards right at least twice before you turn, because even if it's clear ahead, there could be a blockage on the inside of the road that would mean that you wouldn't turn. Somebody in the road, or a badly parked car, or something like that. So that's it really. So I'll be, in terms of instruction, am I still giving you full instruction with your junctions? Yeah, okay. And anything that you want me to pay particular attention on?
Probably that I'm brake, so I don't brake early and stop 5 yards short of the...
Right. So if I say to you, brake, 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 and off, what I need you to do is come off the brake, but still have your foot covering the brake. Don't move it away and put it on the floor or anything like that.
So yeah, let me just a quick recap. Okay, so we get towards the junction about 10, 20 yards from away. It's on the clutch, and then remind me what we actually do when we come up to the junction.
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to get a picture as well, so we can visualise it?
Just to save me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Up the first time.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it's still new to you. Just find the picture.
Different booklet from last time.
Is it? Yeah. Somewhere around here. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. That sort of turn. Could be an oncoming car.
Yeah.
We're going to turn if we've got time. Here we go.
Yeah.
So T-junctions to emerge from.
Nice.
So first thing we're going to do is check the mirrors, centre and left if it's a left turn, centre right if it's a right.
Yep.
Next thing we're going to do is signal to confirm our intentions. And all this planning's going to start as early as here, hopefully. Certainly with the mirrors, deciding whether to signal early. If we position right, we'll be left of centre line on the approach. So you can see your centre line there, you'd be on the right side of our lane.
Yep.
Turning left would probably stay normal driving position. The next thing we'd do is we'd come off ease off the gas.
Yep.
Let the car slow down by itself. That'll be back here.
Yep.
We'd cover the brake. We'd cover the clutch. We've got to brake first. You mentioned clutch first there, so just to emphasise that, we're going to brake first, or else we could coast and pick up speed, and we need time, don't we, on the approach here? So we don't want to get rid of our time. We want to create more. So brake, brake, brake. Clutch down 2 to 3 car lengths from the junction, otherwise it's going to be too early. Cool. When the clutch goes down, well, the hand's going to reach for first gear as well. You're probably going to be in second or third. Think about your palming technique and how you're going to get there successfully. So take your time with the gear change basically. Make sure it hits this if it's in third, or if it's in second, keep it pushed over as you move forwards, push it forwards. Keep the clutch down. Now when you've gone clutch down into first, keep the clutch down then. And when the clutch goes down, increase the brake at the same time. What most people do here is they come off the brake when the clutch goes down. Yeah. And so what that does is the opposite that they want. They don't do it intentionally, but it's the coordination of feet at first, getting used to this. What it does is you speed up. You don't want to speed up because you want time to think and to act.
You don't want to cross the line and
exactly, because there could be.
I'll come here.
Exactly. So clutch down, first gear, increase brake, 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 keep increasing, and off. When you come off, right foot pivots from brake to accelerator. We set the gas. Doesn't mean we're going to go, but it means we can hold still and be ready to go, or edge forward if it's the vision's obscured. Identify on the approach as well where the curb peels away if it's a left turn.
Cool. So right, we get up there, check mirrors. We left, centre left if it's left, centre right if it's right. Signal if we need to. Brake. Well, come off the gas. Brake. About 10 car lengths in front. Go on the gradually go on brake, brake, brake. As we get about 2 car lengths in front. Go on the clutch.
Clutch down.
Yeah, clutch down. Go into first.
Yeah.
And then okay, we gradually coast towards the end of the.
Yeah, it wouldn't be coasting, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, we get towards the end, brake, and then.
Yeah, an important thing to remember there that you didn't recap is when your clutch goes down, increase the brake a smidge. Yeah. Because you might pick up speed otherwise. Unless it's uphill, you'd lose speed. Yeah. But basically, the car can become a dead weight. It does become a dead weight, really. It'll roll. Yeah. However it wants to, like
a ball.
Yeah, that's it. Is that all right then? As a recap for you?
Cool.
Yeah.
That's always working out. Yeah.
Shall we have a look then?
Yeah.
Come on. Your rear wiper, Will.
Yep.
The end of the. Oh, you're there. Yeah, just one turn. Awesome. It's another thing is we might need the demisters today. That's fine. Well, the next one is wash and wipe on the rear screen.
Okay.
So we've got plenty of water today. Quick clear with door side windows. I just put it down. To be fair, you might want to do the same with yours. Because it's got an A on the button. Flick it and it'll do it itself. Downwards. Bit longer. That's it.
Okay.
And then flick it back up and it'll do it itself and let go.
Clean that out.
Yeah, gets rid of any distractions, helps you see your door mirrors a bit better. And well, you might mist up on the front today.
Yeah, good.
Do you know why it might mist up?
Well, it's warmer in here than it is out there. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, so a bit of condensation. So it's already on, to be honest. It shouldn't happen. The arrow's pointing upwards, which allocates the air to come out of this vent.
Yep.
And you might need to control the speed of the air coming out. Cool. Alright, so when you're ready we're going to drive on and we're going to turn left at the end of the road. Cool. So when you're ready, I know you're okay with moving off, give me a shout if you need anything. Just take your time. Before you release that, Will, what are you going to check? Because you might be moving if you release that.
Yeah, check all the blinds. Yeah,
check all that. Well done. Pop yourself in second. Yeah, that's great. No gas because you want to create some time for us. Check your mirrors, centre and left. And signal left. This speed's good. This speed's good actually. Start to brake now, increase slightly. More. Clutch down. Increase brake. Off. Yeah. So what we was going to create there is a little roll where we can just slot into first. You know that little bit here?
Yeah.
Okay. So pop yourself in first now. And then, okay, keep your left foot still, yeah? Do you know what happened there? You come off the clutch and you was in gear.
Yeah.
And therefore the car thought, oh, go. Will's telling me to go because he's brought his clutch up.
Yeah.
And because we're stationary and you've just come off the clutch, you haven't had a chance to fuse the clutch plates together and it's stalled. Okay. Pop your clutch to the floor and restart the engine. Nothing behind us, is there?
No.
No, I should have asked you that earlier. Pop, you're in first, so just come off your brake, keep your clutch where it is, set the gas, now start to lift up to the bite. Only a holding point, so we just want to edge forward here. Look right and left and it'll tell your feet how to edge. What can you see? Can you see whether you could go or not?
Yeah.
Yeah? So edge us forward, remember we're turning left and we're going to follow nice and steady, just clutch control, clutch down a mill, up a mill, down a mill, that kind of thing. Keep us with the curb as we edge forward, looking both ways, Will, hands nice and loose, swapping your hands on the steering wheel, clutch down a bit, look right and left, steer though, Will, steer, keep steering, you're in first, you ain't going to worry about that, just keep moving, keep steering, look, keep steering, Will, keep steering, now take that, well done. So you've got to be sending a message to them arms, if your tyres are moving, your arms need to be moving, if the curb's peeled away. By peeled away, let me just confirm what I mean. You know, it curves off.
Yeah, curves off.
And stops being straight. I had somebody the other day that didn't understand that. Was it you?
Could have been.
I see a lot of people and it's like, sometimes I get it right, sometimes not. Bring up all the faults to the wrong people. Alright, pop yourself into second. Did a good job with that, just. Pop position over onto the left, check your left door mirror first. Make sure it's safe, because cyclists would catch up with us at that speed. And at the end of the road we're going to turn left, okay? So check the mirrors and signal left. That's good. Now, because it's uphill, I don't want you to brake, I want you to put your clutch down, Will. First gear while we're rolling, set the gas, up to bite gently, keep the gas still, up to bite gently, hold there, clutch down a millimetre. Push down a millimetre, hold us still, Will. Down a millimetre. I'm just going to take control there. Alright. So let me just show you what he's trying to achieve. There's nothing behind us, so I'm in full control here, so don't worry. What I wanted you to do was sort of, because it's a slight incline, would you agree?
Yeah.
Very closed as well, would you agree? Hedge there,
you can't see anything.
See to the left quite nicely. But what we want to do, when I come up to bite, just come off everything, come up to bite, you'd have had your gas on, I haven't got one, so the car will rumble a bit. And then you've got to sort of be a bit more active with it. You see how my left foot's moving quite a lot there, and I'm finding that bit that holds us dead still.
Yeah.
So I'm in control there. So up a millimetre to edge forward, down a millimetre. Every millimetre or couple of foot I edge forward, I gain a better view past that hedge and that badly parked van there. So if you steer for me, and I'll show you the type of clutch control I mean, steer left for me. And look with me, right, look with me left, look right, look left. Now, if you look left, what do you think you need to do with that steering? Yeah, that's it, good. And this is the beauty in keeping your head moving. So let's look right, let's look left. Now, all you need to do is take your steering off, and what you're doing now is you're steering towards over there.
Yeah.
So straighten your steering wheel up, stop there, have a look at the steering wheel as a reference. See the line stood straight. So we'll look right. So I could clutch down a mil there because the white car coming. Yeah. Look to the left, look right, any clues, any lights, anything that could be coming towards us. So start to steer for me. That's enough. Try and steer as you're moving rather than guess the steering, because if you try and guess it and put an amount on, it'll probably be too much or too less. So you're back in full control now. Is that okay? Yeah. We've got another junction on a slight incline. We're going to turn right at the end. So check your mirrors. And you've already got your signal on. We're going to try and do this, well, this could be quite open if we keep at this speed, Will. Cover the brake and clutch, the car will keep moving, I assure you, it will not stop unless you press something. Look right, left, right, left, right, now away we go, one last look left, and away we go. And back on the gas. See, you put a bit too much steer on? Yeah. Steer it into our own side of the road, Will. That's it. Some grumpy people around here. Okay. That's good. This might not be too bad for your steering either. It's like a little horseshoe, really, sort of thing. Yeah. Just follow it round. Just check your mirrors, centre and right. Just make sure nothing whizzes through this gap. We'll be steering through the parked cars now. Not through the parked cars, around the parked cars. Terminology is important in this job, honestly. Nice and loose, then keep us on our own side of the road. Don't try and guess the steer, just try and keep us in the same driving position. So move that left more to the top, or near the top, that's it. And you can move your right back then. You don't want to be in a comfortable, uncomfortable positions there. And to second gear now. Remember, just steady, Will, lifting off the clutch. You're not going to come off like that, it's nice and gradual. Ease off the gas now. Just going to follow this bend round, so a bit of brake, not too much. Follow the curb, nice and loose with your steering. That's great, that's good. Take the next road on the right, keep us in our own side of the road. Check mirrors, signal right. It's clear ahead, yeah? Clear into the road, steering. So we're going to take the next road on the right as well. So check your centre and right mirror, signal right, position left of centre line, cover the brake as well as the clutch, don't press anything, it's clear ahead, and is it clear into the side road? Yeah. Steer in now. That's fine, hold that steer, now take it off. That's a bit better with the timing, isn't it? Yeah. So do you notice there, we're taking, just watch that door, we're taking the steering off before we've actually finished the turn. Once the bodywork of the car's pointing in the direction that we want to travel, we start taking the tyres back so they meet it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Ish. Yes, yeah. I think it's just practice. Right, let's pause, brake, stop. Okay, I just took action there. Yeah. We don't want to be going through because you can't really fit through. Did you see the car coming up? Yeah, I did. I thought you could fit two cars. Like,
Yeah, I was under the interpretation you could fit 2 cars through.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously if you can't, then I would stop here because he's got right of way.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you think you could fit 2 through now, looking at it closer? Now you're positioned.
It would be tight, yeah.
I don't think you would, to be honest.
No.
I think somebody's door mirror would be on the floor.
Clip. Okay.
Yeah, so what we need to do there is just position a bit earlier, have a look down. I know I was talking, and there is that at the beginning stages of learning to drive. It's just part of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Pop yourself into first. Yeah, take your clutch from me.
Yeah.
Press it down. I'm going to come off your clutch now.
Yeah.
I'm going to come off your brake. Before I do, because you're going to roll when I do, check your centre and right mirror. Is it safe to come past these cars?
Yeah.
Is it clear ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, so off your brake, set your gas, and I want you to be steady on your clutch, because if you come up too fast, Will, what's going to happen?
You're going to jet forward.
You are, and you could stall. Don't forget to steer though, Will. That's it, that's fine. That's fine. Now with your wipers, I want you to increase the speed. You see we put auto on, but they're not really wiping fast enough. Just one upwards. That's enough, that's fine. So we've got an oncoming car, come off the gas and that's it. Pull into this little gap here and then steer straight back out. Well done. No, that's enough. Don't keep steering wheel. Once the bodywork of the car is pointing where you want to go, stop steering. And I think, are you looking at your steering wheel when you steer?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, don't look at it. Look at where you're going, look in front, and that'll tell you, the same as junctions, if your eyes are there, it'll tell the hands what to do.
Yeah, we're going in.
We're going to be taking the next right. So, check your mirrors, signal right. Is it clear ahead?
Yeah.
Are we clear into the side road?
Yeah.
Okay. Got to cut the corner a little bit now, got the black car, so, and you did look in, you had a clear view in, so there's a reason that time. So in terms of meeting situations, is it okay to proceed?
Yeah, there's no car.
Yeah. Well done with the mirrors there. And what gear might you need now? Yeah. How are you going to come up on that clutch? Yeah, like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we was in the wrong side because we had to overtake the parked cars. So what we're going to do next is we're going to turn left at the end of this road, cover the brake in case someone comes shooting around this bend. I'm going to start preparing now. So check your mirrors for a left turn, signal left. Now it could be quite an open one here, it's clear in front. I'll just keep looking over that brick wall to the right there. Any need to stop, Will?
No.
No, because it's a really open junction, would you agree?
Yeah.
Even though it's a T-junction to emerge, it's one of those rare occasions. Sorry?
Yeah, I thought it was expecting a left turn somewhere.
That was it.
Oh, was that? Oh, yeah.
It still was, really.
Yeah, okay. I was, yeah.
It's a nice person. So back into our own, yeah, particularly on the bend. I think you're easing into your steering again, aren't you now, a little bit more? That's it. Now look, don't look at the wheel, look at where you're going. Just always, remember Will, to always follow the road ahead unless road signs or I ask you otherwise. It's the easiest way, or else you're going to put pressure on yourself to try and think, oh, where am I going, where am I going? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So don't you think of that, I'll give you that in good time. Okay. Just ease off there, got a narrowing in the bend where we can't see. Cover the brake. Safe to come past this car, yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to take the second road on the left, so not this one, the one we come out of earlier, the second. So start now by checking mirrors, signalling left. Yeah, just in case. Follow the curb round, don't oversteer, steer enough. That's enough. That's it. Keep your eye on. There's a common one with bends, people tend to look round the bend, but if that means looking over to the right, and that neglects the left, you could clip a door mirror, so just be careful. Bit more power, because or else they'll think we're letting them go, and we don't want to give the wrong impression. That's enough power, and we're going to turn left at the end. So well done. And feet in place, good. Start to slow down now, Will. Brake, 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 brake. More. Clutch down. Off brakes, let us go. First gear while we roll. Right foot to gas. Set some gas. Clutch up gently to bite. A bit quicker. There. Breathe. Clutch down a mil. Hold us still, Will. Hold us still. Clutch down a millimetre. Hold the left foot there. hold it there, keep your gas on, keep your gas on, clutch up a millimetre, hold it there, clutch down a millimetre, hold it there, clutch down a millimetre. Just took action there. So what I want us to do next time is we're going to pull up somewhere where it's perhaps a slight incline, and I'm going to get you just in a straight line without the pressures of a junction to just going to take control here. Come on, coming in the distance. To practice your just clutch control, really. Yeah, just as a separate. I'll take control. I'll get us out of this junction. Quite a lot going on. Okay. So just steer for me. It's clear to the right. Just steer for me there. Steer right there. That's enough. And back to the left. That's enough. Back to the right. That's great. A bit more gas, and you're back in full control now, Will. And into second gear. Remember not to come off that. Don't step off the clutch. Just ease off it. So you could do a slow 2 count. 1, 2, off. So we'll turn right at the end. Okay. Well done with the mirrors. Signal. Your positioning's good at the moment too. Keep it there. Start to brake. Clutch down. Off the brakes. Let us roll. First gear. Set your revs. Come up to the bite steadily. A bit quicker. Then. Okay. Just restart the engine. Best thing to do, ideally, is try and problem solve for yourself if you can. Try not to just look at me every time, you know what I mean? Because you're detracting everything from everything then. I mean, I've got us in control there, so I want you to look with me. Right, left, through the gap, to the left, come out to the right now. Start to steer. That's enough steer. Hold. That's enough. And start to take your steering up. Not all of it. Now. Steering's on the wrong side of the road, left a little bit. That's fine, that's enough. And back to the right, that's enough. Straighten up. Check your mirrors. Bit of gas going forward. Well done. Going to take the next right, so don't accelerate. Check your mirrors. Signal early so she doesn't step into the road. Your feet are good there. Is she going to look? Yes, and she's stopped, so that's okay to turn. Well done. Well done, Will. Nice one. We are driving to that area where you can practice your clutch control.
Oh.
Okay then, Will. So I'm going to drive on when you're ready, and then we're going to turn right. See where the bus stop is over there near the pub where we did earlier?
Yeah.
We're going to turn right there. Okay? Yeah. So you get yourself prepared while you're waiting, the usual way. I'm just going to stop there. What you need to do is you need to have another glance in your centre mirror as you're moving off, because those observations could be invalid. That car was coming down a bit quick and a bit close. Just reverse to the left bus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you have that? It's sort of like, because you're not as quick with your feet and everything, which is to be expected, there is going to be a bit of a time delay. So have another quick check in this as you're about to move off. If you see something, clutch straight back down, brake to a stop. Cancel your right signal if it was on. If they think you're going to stop, even give it a left on to say I've seen you, but you carry on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you want to do the same again, but after you've done all your checks round and you've released the handbrake, check this, because you might want to stop again. You're back in full control, by the way, just so we're confirmed. Oh, check your centre mirror, clear. What I think as well with your foot is that when you're lifting up, you might be lifting, just have a look. Clear, yeah? Clear to come through. I think you need to think about where you're placing your feet as you lift up off the clutch. So looking over there, back here, to the left, forwards, back over there. Keeping your eye on everything. And taking the next road on the right. So check your mirrors, centre right, signal right. He might cross, but he's got time anyway. Look over into the road you're going to turn into and forwards, don't turn yet. Try and stay straight for a bit longer. Reconfirm your right signal. Start to steer back now. Bit more. Hold that, Will. Hold that. Now start taking it off. Bit steadier, won't it? Bit more control. So if we have steering on over for a longer period of time, it's going to mean we have to do less. We're going to pull in on the we'll pull in on the left just after this junction.
Okay.
So what mirrors would you be checking now? Yeah. And what pedals? Good squeezing on the brake, but your clutch has got to stay where it is.
Yeah, and then you put
That's right. Yeah, because otherwise you'll. Do you know what happened? It stalled. Do you know why specifically it stalled?
Give you take.
You did, because we talked about it earlier at the junction back there.
It's trying to roll, yeah.
You're telling it to go basically by coming off because it's still in gear. What must you always do first, which you've spoken a lot about in previous lessons, what must you do first as routine before you come off them pedals?
Put it into neutral.
Yeah, so if you want to do that, pop your handbrake on because then you can come off your foot brake, hold on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use this to work on clutch control. I don't want us to get too close to this bend, and there was more parked cars back there than I initially hoped for. So we'll start it back up, restart for me. I'm going to reverse us backwards. Just restart the engine for me. Cheers. I'll just take full control, I'll just move us back a bit to give you a bit of scope to move forward. So the objective of this is to gain a better understanding of how to control the car in terms of edging towards a junction, but not so that you go flying out, so that you can control it and hold it still. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the objective or the aim here for this little exercise we're about to do. I'll just demonstrate what I want you to achieve. So let's say that you're rolling like this. Your clutch is down, you're going to set your gas, you're going to find your bite and hold still. Now let's say the giveaway is where that end of that brick wall is just in front there. So we're going to go up only a bit and down only a bit, hold it still. If we go down like this and it starts to roll backwards, don't come up dead quick, just a millimetre up.
Alright.
So not too quick because it'll just, the car will think you're telling it to go and it can't just go. You've got to be steady with that clutch. Yeah, does that? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm also going to be interested as to how you're placing your feet as well when you're lifting up. So yeah, pop into first gear. I'll be your eyes and your ears for this, because I want you to focus just on that. So if you first of all, set your gas and find your bite. Bit lower on the bite. Bit lower. There. Bit less gas. That 1,200. There. Now don't look at the rev counter again. Go try and keep the same noise. I want you to look forwards as you're doing this and nowhere else. Okay, not at your feet or anything. So release the handbrake. Nothing coming. Rolling back a bit. So that's fine. That's good. In fact, lift up 1mm only. There. That's good. Edge us forwards a little bit. So clutch up 1mm or so. Hold us still now by going down 1mm only and hold. You will stop. Now move us forward. A little bit less gas, please. 1,200. That's it. That's perfect there. If you're not going whizzing off or anything. And still nothing coming. So edge us forward again. You're holding at the holding point right there. So a bit quicker. Only another 1mm off the clutch. Now pop the clutch in 1mm. Another 1mm. Another 1mm. Hold still. Clutch up 1mm. There. Hold us still now, Will. Clutch down 1mm. Just hitting the curb there a little bit. I should have been more observant, to be honest. Alright, so I'll just take control there. Just come off the pedal. Sorry, Will. Should have been way more observant there, to be honest. I knew it was already close to the curb. It's not your fault, it's mine. Sorry to disrupt you there. Okay. It's really important as we go forwards that you keep steering wheel straight. Don't steer it anyway, because the curb's straight. Would you agree? Yeah, straight road here. So we're going to do the same again. Did that make sense as to what we was doing there?
Yeah.
So what are you doing at your junctions that's different to that?
I think I'm reacting too much. Like, okay, I go a little bit too heavy on the clutch, or I come a little bit back too far, come off the clutch too quickly, and then I jerk forward a little bit, and then I go and then I push down on the clutch, but I don't go in like millimeters. It's just almost like knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah, it's too much for what you need. So if you're rolling back a bit, don't worry.
Yeah, and then I think it's
lift up 1mm and wait patiently.
Yeah, and I'm worried I'm going to roll too far back.
Yeah, and I understand that concern, and it's a good concern to have. You don't want to roll back into a car. So first thing to do, see if there's actually a reason to panic. Check this. Again, I know you checked it on the approach, but check it again. Because if you're rolling, there's nothing behind you. Don't worry, I'll be checking as well. If there's something that you don't see, I'll tell you. All right, so allow yourself a chance to give it a go. So we'll do the same again. So if you get yourself ready to go, only 1,200 revs. So you might roll back at that bite, but that's okay. Because you have not felt it tug or anything like that. You know, when the dashboard lifts slightly.
Yeah, that's what happens, yeah.
But that's fine, because I want you to recreate as if you was rolling back a bit. Yeah? So there's nothing around us, so don't worry. Keep that steering wheel still. Release the handbrake. Keep your feet still. Clutch up 1mm. Hold. Not bad, is it?
Yeah.
If you wanted it to hold quicker, you'd lift up, you'd add 1 mil to that, but not a centimetre or an inch, because that'd be too much and you'd stall. So let's edge it forwards now a little bit. Clutch up, let's say 2mm. Hold. Clutch down, 2mm. Hold. It will stop. Clutch up 1mm, that's the solution only. Good, so you're holding still now at the holding point. Let's edge it forwards again. Keep your steering wheel dead straight, Will. That's it. That's good. Now pop the clutch down 1mm, 2mm. Hold us still, up 1mm. Hold it still so there's a car passing. Don't get too close to the bend and put them on the wrong side. And let's edge forward a little bit more, last time now, and I want you to do this by yourself. I want you to move us forward and then hold us still just via the clutch alone. Yeah, do that once more. Get a bit more movement in the car if you can. That's it, that's a good speed. And hold us still. Good. Okay, cover your foot brake, because in a moment I want you to put your clutch down. Squeeze on the foot brake. Yeah, so that's, I should have said before I got you to do it, that's the reason I want you to cover the foot brake. Secure the car. Yeah. Yeah. So handbrake neutral. It's a bit of a thing with you, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, keep forgetting that you got.
Don't worry. How did you find that?
That was useful. Yeah, it's good practice.
It's going to be on the move. But the thing is, most of the junctions around, they've got a little incline in the approach, so we need that. Most have, to be honest. So I'll be guiding you with that, but you'll know exactly what I mean now. So whatever you do, don't panic, and remember, just see if there's anything actually behind.
Can I do that again without you saying anything?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do you want to reverse it back? Have you done any reversing before?
No.
Would you prefer me to reverse you so you stick into one thing?
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I just don't want to get too close to this bend.
Yeah.
Okay then. So it's a free run this time. Have a play with it. That's a lot steadier, isn't it? You did it. Right, just a little. That's it. This will give you loads of time to look right and left, won't it, to junction? Can you imagine? No, that was the right thing to do. Oh, you're stopping?
Yeah, I was going
to say, that would be the right thing to do. Keep gas on and refine the bike, but that's great. If you intended to stop, then brilliant. Clutch down.
Yeah.
It is now. Squeeze on the brake. That's it. So show me what you're going to do to secure the car. Thank you very much. Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Back into the junctions, yeah?
Yep.
Giving you full instructions still. Well, exactly the same as it was, really. Yep. So drive on when you're ready. To steer either, it just means you're just ready to if you need to. I'm going to turn right at the end, so check your mirrors, signal right. So start taking it off early. That's better, isn't it? You sort of met up, the tyres met up with the direction of the car. So we're going to follow the road round. said. Move that left onto about there, and then the right then, when the left lets go, can take it off. Which mirrors you checking now?
Step to the right.
Yeah. Just steadily. A bit like you would do the bike point really, you know, you sort of steady it off halfway. Remember to swap your hands. Not sort of unnecessarily, but if any hands are coming down to your lap, you need to do something different with it. Come off your gas well, because there'll be something around the bend that we need to react to. We're going to take the next road on the right, where the red Mini is, where we turned from last time. Start to slow down, brake a little bit, check your mirrors, signal right, look over this bend, look forwards. Well done. Keep it relatively wide on in case in case that happens. What we got coming up, Will?
Junctions.
Yeah, we're going to turn left there. Well done with the feet. Start to slow it down. Increase the brake. Get yourself into first. Touch down. Off brakes. Let us roll completely well. Off brakes, off brakes. Can't keep your right foot there, Will, or else you're going to stop every time.
Yeah.
Well done for getting into first though. So we're going to edge now with that technique. So you can practice actually your technique now. As long as your head's turning right and left, you'll know what to do.
Yeah.
Don't just look at the feet or the pedals or in front. Look at what your intentions are, which is to turn left. Yeah. And there's nothing behind us, is there? So there's no pressure or rush really. Good. Looking to the right then, and to the left. Good. Don't forget to steer while you're looking at the curb as well. I should have said that, so that you know. Very good. Very good. Well done. Steering's good there as well. Taking it off and that. It's a second. Then don't come off the clutch until I tell you. It's like this. What? Yeah. You've already done it, that's fine. You just wanted it smooth, that's all, and it was. I'm going to turn left at the end, so come off the gas wheel, give yourself some time. Mirrors. Signal for a left, stop to brake, clutch down, off brakes, first gear, set gas. Practice your thing that we talked about. Don't panic. Don't. Just too quick on the left foot.
Yeah.
Clutch down, squeeze on the brake, restart the engine, put your handbrake on, set your feet up as you would just normally, hand on your handbrake. So set your gas, find your bite, and we're going to edge to the giveaways when you're ready. Just nice and steady, Will. Don't rush it. Remember what we said. I'll take that off for you. Control the speed for me, Will. Just pull up on the left, just behind these in front. Steer right, or else we're going to bash into the curb. Pop your clutch down. Pop your clutch down. Yeah, so it's always the same as what we've been doing. The clutch has got to go down. Your left foot was there, but just didn't press it down.
Yeah, no, I was worried that I'd come off the. I was thinking about coming off the clutch and yeah.
All right, okay, no worries. it's just this bit that you don't want to come off.
Yeah.
So apply the handbrake, and you're in neutral already, so that's fine. You can come off now. Why can you come off the clutch there?
Because you're in neutral.
Yes, exactly. So that's your checks. Every time you stop, handbrake neutral. Right, now when we're turning left, you're not positioning with the curb ever really, unless I'm telling you. So what's the danger? So as the curb peels away, why do we need to position with it? So why, when the curb starts to curve, why do we need to start our steering? Do you remember what we said?
No, I mean, you want to be further on the left-hand side so that someone can come in and turn right if they needed to.
That's a good reason too, yeah.
Yeah.
It confirms your intentions as well, that you're definitely
Yeah.
going to do
Okay.
what your signal's saying. But also, what side of the road did we end up in when we turned left just at that junction?
The right-hand side.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the other side.
Yeah.
Into over there, it was
Yeah.
the wrong side.
The wrong lane, yeah.
And that's because if you steer left in position with the curb, your car's already angled as though it's going to turn. You've already done
Yeah.
half of the work. So you need to identify, you see there, there's going to be a curb, the curbstones are all straight and there's going to be one that curves. If you don't start steering when that curves, you're going to stay straight. And if you stay straight, you're going to have it all to do when you come out. So there could be an oncoming car coming down, you could swing into the wrong side.
Yeah.
So that's really important, and we're going to find time, hopefully, to identify that next time. The reason I'm not making a big thing of it at the moment is because we're focusing on
Clutch control
just,
and...
well, you just coming off the brake really,
Yeah.
so that we can actually get there. So that's why, in case you think, oh yeah, but you've not told me to do that. Well, it's because
Yeah.
it's just managing each element
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Okay. And when you're looking right and left, you're not just looking for traffic, you're looking for positioning too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that you might find is when you're driving down the road, where does the curb appear right now?
About 4% of the body weight, yeah.
That there.
Yeah.
So when you're driving, all of a sudden, when that first curbstone comes into play, the curb's going to do this and disappear. Once it starts to disappear,
That's when you steer.
you start steering. This is another way you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Any questions? Did I already ask that?
No.
I'm always asking that. Drive on when you're ready.
That makes too much. I'm trying to do it without looking at the road.
That's good. Yeah. Keep your gas on. That's it. So we're going to turn left at the end. Okay. So check your mirrors. Yeah. Slightly uphill, so let's pop your, well, in fact we know it's open, so we can kind of keep moving like this as long as you're covering the pedals ready to stop if needed. Quick effective observation, the curb disappears there, yeah?
Yeah.
Start steering with it, look to the right. Keep that, when the curb comes back into view, take your steering off. That useful? Take the next left, mirror signal. When does the curb disappear? Has it disappeared yet? Steer then. That's enough. Steer more. Okay, good. Check your mirrors. And when you lift up in second gear, nice and steady, remember, nice and smooth. Turn left at the end. Remember the curb's going to peel off and we need to be under control. We need to get to the lines as well. So start with your mirrors, then your, well done, your feet are positioned, so that's good. Start to slow down. Brake, 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 brake. More. still, clutch down, increase brake, and off brake, please. First gear while we're rolling. This is a perfect roll. Position with the curb, set gas, find bite, don't panic because there's nothing behind us. Steady like we practiced. Perfect. Now controller speed, please. Up to the right, up to the left. That steering's perfect at the moment. One last. Good. That's great. So check your mirrors, signal. I think that's maybe one of the best junctions you've ever done. What do you think?
Yeah.
That was pretty good, that one.
Yeah, I think with the brakes is because there it was, I just stay on it for too long, and then therefore I don't trust the fact that if I come off it's going to immediately just, well, it's going to go back to rolling forward ever so slightly.
It's such a slow roll that you've got time to do everything you need to. And the other thing is, remember that I'm always there to press pedals. I won't let you run into danger, hopefully. Hope not.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So we're going to turn left again at the end. So mirrors, signal. Cover. Clutch down, because it's uphill, clutch down first gear, don't brake, just set gas, find bite, steady, keep us under control and hold us still, we will stop, have confidence, keep feet still, clutch up a mill, hold us still, not too much, down a mill, down a mill, down a mill, up a mill, keep gas up. So you've got to be, so what you're doing is either going up or down in bigger movements. It's got to be more like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're just trying to find that right place because it's different every time based on the weight in the car, based on the gradient of the hill and whether there's a dip in the hill, because sometimes they've had the road up to lay cables, so like the tarmac over there, and that can be a factor as well. So because we're focusing so much on that, we've not positioned to steer left, but we're positioned perfectly to turn right. So pop on a right signal here, and that's what we'll do. Apply the handbrake, don't start the engine yet because your clutch is up and you're in gear. What would happen?
You'd stall it.
And what would happen to the car? Would it move?
Clutch is up, you go forward, yeah.
Yeah, it'll jerk forward, right? So restart the engine as long as your clutch is on the floor because you're in gear. And that's fine, but you need to clutch on the floor. So start up, set your feet as you usually would for a hill, so you need a slightly higher bite than usual, only ever so slightly, and a tiny bit more gas, that's fine. Down a millimetre on the clutch, freeze it there, gas is fine there. Hand on the handbrake, looking right and left, and right, steer, start taking it off early, so you've got to be taking that steering off a bit sooner. Check your left door mirror, Will. You'll see, steer left, don't steer right if you're looking left. You've got to keep your hands still. And the reason I was going to ask you to check there was see how much room you had between the bodywork of the car and the door mirror, so you might have moved over for that learning. We're going to take the next ride on the right, so come off your gas, check your mirrors, signal up for right. Looks like there's a pothole in the road, so be careful with that. Steer, just so the wheels go over it. Reconfirm your right signal. That's it. Steering. So it's a narrow road, we know that. So we're going to be keeping slow. We're going to be looking right and left as we come through, particularly on the narrowing, on the bits that narrow. So scanning right and left, regular like adjustments with the steering wheel, only small ones, Will. Small ones, but that's it, centralise your hands. So again, another tight bit there. So we're going to eye it up. Remember you've got your pillars, right and left, scanning across the dash, including the door mirrors and other cars' door mirrors. So steer left a bit, we don't want to hit the bumper of the white one. Looking through again, right, left. That's it. Sort of keeping tabs on everything. Our speed suits as well and matches. We're going to turn left at the end of the road here. So check your mirrors, signal left. Cover the brake and clutch. This speed's alright, so we might be able to keep going, maybe not. Look right, look left, steer. Look right, look left, look right. That's good. Check your mirrors, up the speed a little bit, so we know it's safe to now. Now we check the mirrors. Second gear, but smooth on the clutch on the way up. That's very good. Try and be a bit gentler with the gear stick, you know, like we talked about last lesson. Just sort of clonk it backwards, not rip it backwards too fast or anything. Steer less, Will. Try and steer less at times, because you steer a lot and you have to take it off quite quickly, don't you? At the end of this road, we're going to turn right. At the end of the road, not next road on the right, at the end, just here, look. So if you, good, so you've got your mirrors, what comes next? Cover the pedals with your feet, clutch down, palm the gear stick into first. This roll's beautiful, don't brake. Set the gas, look right while you're doing it, look left, find your bite, keep steering and go. Okay, well.
Didn't feel them.
So, really there, nice open junction, but you wouldn't have known that because you didn't look. So you're focusing on your feet a lot, and I think as a result you're just zoning in and looking forwards or at a certain fixed point. So, what do you think you should have done there?
Well, it's I'm struggling to get, like, I didn't get the bite at I didn't get the gas at 1,200, so I was like keeping an eye on that, and then I wasn't looking where I was going.
Right, okay. So you won't know what to tell the feet to do, how to find the bite. Sometimes you haven't got to hold an edge. You don't need to hold an edge if you can see right and left. You just go. So you tell the hands to start steering, basically. Now with the revs, don't get hung up on 1,200. It can be 1,100, 1,300. It can be 1,000. As long as there's something. So just set the gas. We hear some revs, and that's on in the background.
Okay.
Yeah. So with driving, nothing is set in stone, and there's always. It's always different, like I say, weight of the car, gradient, and what you can and can't see, and all the rest of that. So you're aware you've stalled, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop your handbrake on. Clutch down to the floor. Yeah. Restart the engine. Set your feet to go. This chap may or may not go around us, but set your feet up anyway, because we don't want to. And look right and left, and that he'll tell you what to do next. Yeah, that chap's still behind us on the bike. Yeah. So what should you be doing with your hands right now, Will? Yeah. Do you see they steered too much?
Yeah.
So I want you to steer slower when you steer, because you'll stop then when you see that you don't need to steer anymore.
Yeah, I think it's
once you feel the direction the car's going where you want, you stop steering. Don't steer left too much, stay straight now. That's it, a bit more power. Just pop the wipers on with your right finger, just. That's it. We're going to take the next road on the right. Can you see it? Yeah. It means we're going to be in the wrong side of the road on the approach. We'll have a good look in before we turn, so we'll stay slow in first gear like we are. So, well done, good. So doing that by yourself now. Don't turn too early. Have a good look down the road first. Look down, and there we go. And then we're going to turn right at the end. So, mirror signal, brake, clutch down, Will, clutch down, brake to a gentle stop there. First gear now. Yeah. So out of third. Oh, sorry, you already are in first. Apologies for that. Sorry about that. So what I want you to do now is don't rush with your left foot, but start bringing it up a little bit as you come off the brake and set the gas. So do that now. Off the brake, set the gas. Just look right and left, and you'll know whether you need to stop or. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Keep looking at the road, try not to look at me. Staying first, turn right at the end. So if you check your mirrors and signal right. Pop your clutch down, and it'll roll. Practice your braking here. On, ease off a bit, on, a bit more, so not really slowing. Ease off, ease on, look right, look left, look right, through the gap, look left, set the gas, steadily lifting with the bike then. Start steering though, Will, your hands haven't moved to position yet. Into second. And we're going to turn left at the end here. So check. Start to brake. Increase. Increase brake. More. Clutch down. Off brake, first gear. Steer left. Set the gas. Find the bite. Hold us still. Look right and left. Look right and left, Will. That's better clutch control. Look left, Will. See why you? So you've got to keep moving that head. Literally, right, left, or else you won't know where you're going.
Yeah.
So it's not going to help you steering. Okay. Everything okay?
Yeah.
You sure? What do you want to say? You want to say something?
No. Well, just focusing on.
Yeah. And pull up on the left. It's a safe place. Probably just past this junction, but well before that park car. Which mirrors?
Low.
Good. And where's your clutch going to be? Yep. Nice one. Did it by yourself that time. What we need to do with you is to, and I think we did this last session as well, which is finding the bite that bit quicker. Any thoughts from yourself